Hello and welcome to Nobody's Watching episode 22. Today we're showcasing the Boomdozer. This is a 6-shot central blaster from their Mega XL line and it fires big heavy darts. The first nerf power gives you the ability to stay in normal mode or to turn giant for heavy damage and knockback but lower speed. The second nerf power gives you immunity to knockback, and the third nerf power scale, so each time you get a tag you get an increase in your HP pool for a maximum of 5 times. It has a short auto fire range at only 24 meters, a fast movement speed at 17, and a fairly quick reload time at 1 second. The Boomdozers recently received a buff in the form of the Double Crusher hitting the Battle Pass. That's also the XL line, so we went ahead and leveled that up to level 12 in order that we could unlock the Super Perk 2. This gives us a whopping 22% bonus damage to the Boomdozer. I figured I better unlock this so that I could showcase the Boomdozer as it exists in the age of Double Crusher. Let's take a look at the blaster in action. We're going to start with some 3 versus 3. My initial strategy is to play with the sneak attack card. I've seen a lot of people who use the Boomdozer do this. The Boomdozer is perfectly suited to playing up front, so I'm going to try and be aggressive, which is outside of my comfort zone. So I hit my sneak attack, but one of my opponents hit it before me, so it only teleports me slightly to my left, which causes confusion, but we do manage to get the kill, but we are now having to defend our base. So we're seeing there the knockback's doing really good, the damage is heavy, and just try and switch in between the 2 modes. In giant mode I'm feeling very slow and sluggish, but I am getting big hits. So we sneak attack forward, and now we've got the right hand pillar. I seem to have been stunned, so it takes me a second or 2 before I can move again, and now we're pushing forward. I spot an opponent with a small amount of life, so I'm going to try and kill them, and we get the kill. So we're not doing too badly so far, and now we get taken out. I expected to die a lot using the Boomdozer, especially sneaking forward. So my third nerf blaster today is the Ultra 5, which gives a 30% bonus to cooldown for all blasters. And I'm also using the Ultra Select so that I can try and pull myself back from any losing positions, such as the one that we're in at the moment. The reason I've chosen this and not the Rivonics is that I'm going to be using auto fire to use the Boomdozer. I've tried it without auto fire, I can't hit anything. So rather than switching backwards and forwards between auto fire and manual fire, I thought I'd stick with the Ultra Select and just try and get those kills in. So you can see I'm holding the middle pillar really well. The Rivonics would be more devastating in this situation, but I can fight well with the Ultra Select, and as usual we're using that healing bar so that I've got that longevity and that survivability that the blaster otherwise lacks. So we just need this 1 kill now, and that would get us the victory. My opponent trying to get away but doesn't manage, and we get the first win. GG random bots. The Boomdozer showcase video has been a long time in the making. I've been leveling this thing up for months now. I've not been as active in the game over the last month or so due to work and life commitments, but I have been logging in and collecting my rewards and just trying to level up. So now we've got it to level 14, I can finally showcase the video. So I've teleported to the opposing side, and I'm just kind of hitting my opponents from behind and managed to take out 2 out of 3 of that first wave. We've got one holding back with a bit of a sniper rifle, so I'm trying to press forward and not let them gain the advantage from a distance, and I get taken out by a Double Crusher. So now obviously we can snipe using the Ultra Select, and this blaster is perfectly suited for this match, so hopefully we can secure the win against these bots. As always, when you're in 3v3 and it's just bots and you have to try and get more kills on the enemy bots before your bots run headfirst into certain death, which they just seem to do ritualistically. So yeah, we need to basically beat the meat wave coming from our side by being more effective at taking out the opponents, and thankfully, because the opponents are bots, they're just running one at a time straight forward, which is just a sniper's dream. So nice and easy, we'll take these out, and then we're going to move on and try and survive a little bit longer with this Boomdozer if we can. So not much to see from the Boomdozer there, but we get the victory regardless. I'm still getting used to the style of the Boomdozer. I've not been using it that long at all, really. Getting used to knowing when to use giant mode and when to use normal mode seems to be key. I'm favouring normal mode for most of the time and switching to giant mode when I want some bonus damage. So we've taken the left pillar and now we need to try and fight off the first wave. Not being too accurate, but I am getting a couple of hits in and accidentally hit the sneak attack. So you see the knockback there doing good, but I am missing a lot, unfortunately. The Boomdozer is quite hard to use when you're running forward. I feel very comfortable using it in close quarters compared to some other blasters. It's definitely excels up front and close because you miss less often. So teleport forward now, and we're just trying to be menaces. I seem to have teleported on top of someone's head and got taken out, but not before I did some heavy damage. So we're in a losing position at the moment, just managed to equalise, so we need to now really concentrate hard on getting kills with this Ultra Select, and we teleport up to immediately gain advantage. I am also getting shot from the other pillar, so I'm trying to use this pillar in the middle just as a bit of cover, and we managed to take that wave out nicely. Both of my teammates forward, so I need to provide heavy cover and fire unless they both get killed. So we managed to save one, and now we just need that one final kill, and there it is through the knockback from the bot. So another victory. The Boomdozer seems ideally suited for aggressive upfront play where you're the first line taking a lot of damage and dealing a lot of damage. You're going to die quickly, but as long as you disrupt your opponents and cause some heavy damage, you've done your role. So let's give that a go. We're going to use the teleporter to flank the opponent, hit giant mode and try and do some nasty damage. I've already got the attention, so let's see what we can do, and already we're getting the hits in, and there we go, 2-shot kill, switch down to normal mode to try and evade a bit, and then we go back up to giant mode, but unfortunately we're taken out by a sniper. Doesn't matter, I think we did our role well, so now we're going to come in with the Ultra Select and try and catch this deficit up. I can be a little more aggressive because not only have I got the healing bar, but I'm using that Ultra 5, which means that my cooldowns are on a 30% reduction. So if I do die, I should be able to come back in with that Boomdozer and do a little bit of damage with a bit of luck. Really under the cosh here, so we fought all the way back to our side, but we are repelling that push, and now we can try and re-establish control. We've got someone up there, take them out. So that's that wave down, and now we need to push forward and try and get more kills. So we've managed to equalise and take the lead very quickly, so we're not doing badly here, although we are taking a fair bit of damage. And apparently we get taken out by a pinball, so we change game modes. So back in, we're going to sneak attack with that Boomdozer straight up front, and we're getting kills. It's 9-9, we need one quickly, and thankfully bot coming in clutch there after I narrowly missed that killing shot. I'm very much enjoying that sneak attack mode, but as soon as you teleport, you're so disorientated, so I just need to get used to quickly finding my bearings, figuring out where my opponents are. Probably need to use the minimap a little bit more, so we're going to try and pay a bit more attention to that. I'm also going to use this map to just try and test it out, see what it's like firing at a distance. We're obviously shooting downhill, but you can see the curve coming from that heavy dart, so it's not got a great range on it, although on this map it's not too bad. So let's jump forward and see if we can take advantage here, and unfortunately my dart hits the fence. I get bounced back, but then I get the kill, so now we're going to try and go up top and really disrupt the enemy snipers. So look at that knockback, and someone else coming up for me now. See if we can hit them, and again boom with a knockback. So yeah, really just knocking them out of position there and holding their base for a while. That definitely disrupted what they were doing. They're bots, so that doesn't matter that much, but if you were fighting against a coordinated opponent, the ability to just ping them out of position is quite nice. And you always get the option of accidentally knocking them off the map or into some sort of environmental hazard, so that's just a bonus to having heavy knockback. So sniping working well here. We've already got the advantage, so it shouldn't be too hard to take the victory here. We just need to be careful not to die. One more kill, and there we go. One thing I have noticed is that I'm having trouble transforming occasionally. When I hit the button, it doesn't seem to be happening. I don't know if that's because I've got my finger on the iPad elsewhere and it's not registering, or because I'm missing, but either way that's quite frustrating, and it's definitely something that I need to work on. So going straight into giant mode to see if we can get a bit of damage. We are quite exposed as a massive giant avatar on top of this thing, and I'm just not doing well at a distance there and missing. So let's teleport forward and try more upfront play. So I've got an opponent here, so we're going to try and take them out, moving nice and fast using the normal mode. Actually really enjoying that 17 movement speed. It feels quite nice. So now switching to giant mode, taking this person out, 1 2 boom, that was lovely. Back straight down to normal mode so we can move. Giant mode to try to take people out, and then we can switch back down to normal mode. So really practicing on getting that switch right, and it seems to be working well so far. Emergency sneak attack to get away from that incoming, and we managed to take them out, but we've also hit from behind in the process. Still the sneak attack coming in clutch there and enabling us to get the kill rather than taking the kill. So now we've come back in and we are suddenly at a very big deficit because both of my teammates got taken out. It's going to be very hard to pull this back here. Tried my hardest, but unfortunately what can you do? You've got bots as teammates. Definitely starting to feel a little bit more comfortable moving around with the Boomdozer though. I think being in normal mode most of the time makes sense. In giant mode you feel very exposed even though you do beastly damage. I've not tried it on this map yet. I imagine it's going to be quite good with the relatively short distance between the two sides, so I'm going to try playing a little bit more defensively and defending my base, probably using giant mode a bit more. Definitely feeling the lack of accuracy at this distance, but when I do hit, it's doing heavy damage, so I suppose it kind of makes up for it. And we got incoming here, so backing up a little bit, we managed to take that wave out nicely. Although we are left with very low health. The healing bar would come in nice here, so that might be something to try with this blaster. In fact, if I wasn't playing with the Ultra Select, I'd probably give that a go. Opponent just surviving there, but then managed to follow that up with a kill. I'm still very close to death. I've got incoming here, so switch to giant mode. Missed the first shot, managed to take him out with the second. I'm nearly dead, so I'm going to teleport forward because if we've got any chance of winning this match, I need to come in with this Ultra Select and get a lot of kills very quickly. Not looking good, but we've got incoming here, so let's see if we can take this wave out. And under heavy fire, don't manage to hit the heal in time and we get taken out, so that's going to be all she wrote for this match, unfortunately. Still though, I feel like I'm getting the hang of this Boomdozer, and I feel like this is going to do me much better in pinball than it is in 3v3. So we'll run one more in 3v3 and then I'm going to switch over to pinball, see how I do there. Once again back into the duel. I would like to try Old Town, but you know, I'll get round to that at some point. So teleporting forward to disrupt my opponents. Straight away playing that forward frontline roll, getting some disruption in and managing to get a kill as well as some knockback. So now I'm going to run up into their sniper's nest and just try and stop them from sniping us. So we want to keep an eye on the minimap, and we've got the first one coming up. Got the shield, but we managed to yeet them away, so we survived that encounter and we're in giant mode. And we can see we've got another coming up the stairs, see if we can get rid of them. Again, even though we're not killing them, we're just sending them flying. Someone's spawning and getting yeeted out of the way there. So really causing a problem for them at their spawn point. Not getting the kills, which is a bit of a problem, but using the sneak attack to just kind of dodge there. Finally get taken out, but we definitely caused them some mayhem, and had I had some human teammates, that would have given them the perfect opportunity to just cut our opponents up. So I think the strategy's down. The fact that I'm just playing with bots isn't great, so just need to try and finish this off with the Ultra Select. It's pretty neck and neck at the moment, but I'm fairly confident from this position that I can get the kills. We've got two coming up the right side of the middle flank, so we're just going to lay down fire there. And I'm noticing that the Ultra Select firing noticeably slower because I'm not using the Cyclone Shock in that third slot. Okay, let's have a quick look at some pinball. Pinball's more about positional advantage than it is just about like getting more kills than your opponent. So I've switched the power card to the damage aura because I feel like I'll be defending specific areas, and hopefully that should help us out. So we've hit giant mode and we're attempting to repel this first wave, managing to get our first kill, and we've dropped that aura, getting some damage in, and we've got another kill, and there we go, first wave down. Very nice. Golden aura and giant mode are giving us one-shot kills, which is beautiful. Falling back a little bit now, both of my teammates get taken out, and as the front line, I'm next and I get killed. So coming in now, and we've got a full wave pushing to our side of the battlefield under the cosh, so we need to try and take these guys out and repel this attack, get these tokens back, and regain control of our side of the battlefield. Opponents are still applying pressure, and with very little HP we get taken out, so now we need to come back in. The Boomdozer's cooled down thanks to that Ultra 5, so we get the first kill, drop that aura, hit giant mode, and then yeet, get rid of that guy. Opposing Boomdozer take that out, and now we've regained control of our side of the battlefield. Take out this incoming here, and then we try and take out that final guy, but he grabs 3 of the tokens and uses that emergency escape teleport card to get away. Not to worry though, we've got more of the tokens, and now I've got control on my side, back in giant mode, and you can just see the damage that we're doing. Opponents falling back, people dying everywhere, there's tokens all over the place. So using normal mode to get around the place, switching to giant mode when we need to do heavy damage, and then switching back again to normal mode for mobility seems to be doing the trick. So we've dropped the aura again, we are under the cosh a little bit here, fallen back, using some cover, and boom, take someone out. Boom, that is 2 taken out and another wave down. We're in control, Boomdozer doing its job, and as suspected, Pinball showcasing this blaster much better. I'm all alone on the battlefield unfortunately, and I get taken out by an opposing Boomdozer. That was a 3-on-1 situation. Coming back in with the Ultra Selector, still don't have my team fully up yet, so just trying to push away. We've got a sneak attack to our side of the battlefield, still under the cosh, getting hit with that heavy knockback, so just trying really hard now to regain control of our spawn point. And we're going to have to push heavy towards our opponent's side of the battlefield because they've got 9 out of the 10 tokens. Managed to take one down there. Others trying to escape. We're taking them out with that long range and accuracy of the Ultra Strike. Now we're in control and we've managed to pick up the tokens. And I have to stay forward because my teammate's got most of the tokens and he's forward and gets taken out. This is the problem with bots, so now I'm under the cosh a bit there. So we need to fight forward and grab this lion's share of the tokens so that we can escape, begin this countdown. So we've got the 10 now, and now we just need to fall back. So making a heavy fight in retreat, hoping that my bot teammates running forward like they always do will distract the opponents, which seems to work. So now I've just managed to heal back up, and thankfully we get the 10 count, we take a victory. So I feel like the Boomdozer are doing a much better job in Pinball when I've got a bit more time to play with. Being able to focus on survivability more than having to kill your opponents means that we can take advantage of that third nerf power. And now we need to be very careful as an opposing Rivonics on the other side of the battlefield. This will be a real test for the Boomdozer. So we're going to hold our side of the battlefield, or at least attempt to. So we go in giant mode, we drop that aura, so we've got that maximum damage going on, and now we're just going to try and take this first wave out. We're getting quite a lot of the damage coming our way, which is to be expected. So we managed to take the first wave out, and we've captured those first couple of tokens. Second wave incoming. So we've still got the aura on cooldown for a few seconds, so just falling back a bit. We're going to go giant mode for that bonus damage, and now we're just playing defensively, dropping back a little bit, and obviously the opposing Rivonics causing us a problem because we're too near the wall and we get taken out. So that Rivonics is now our primary target, so what we're going to try and do is focus on making sure we take that out, using the healing bar because we have to. And it looks like the Rivonics has teleported away. That's unexpected, so we're going to have to try and get in line of sight of it, and that is still the primary focus. Down it goes. Okay, so we've got about 55 seconds before it respawns, so we need to try and use that time to try and win this game. There's a lot of tokens on the battlefield already, managing to hold control of the center thanks to the accuracy of the Ultra Select. Okay, so with that kill we're comfortably in control. We just need to pick one more token up, so fighting my way over. I've got to be careful of that judge and its heavy knockback and damage. We've picked the token up, just falling back as far as we can. I don't actually have the 10 tokens myself, one of my teammates has got the other one, but surviving is the name of the game here. So yeah, having to use that healing bar, but it works. So we use that window where the Rivonics is down and we get the victory. Dipping in and out of cover and using the giant mode to normal mode seems to be the optimal way of play here. And I just want to emphasize that when you're playing this particular blaster, don't be afraid of dying. It is going to happen. I've switched back to the sneak attack to just try and be a bit more aggressive, and I thought it might help as well if our opponents have picked up the tokens to run forward, pop them, leave the opponents in disarray, and then hopefully come back in with the Ultra Select and support my teammates to push forward. So as you noticed, I played at a bit of a distance, and once we took out that first wave, teleported forward, caused a lot of chaos, and that's given my teammates time to respawn back in and push back to the centre. I feel doing a very good job there, taking out the main token carrier, and now that we're just trying to focus on staying alive, and when the time is right we're going to push forward aggressively again. Already collected over half the tokens, and again doing a good job switching between that giant mode and normal mode. We get taken out by the Hyperfire, so now we're coming back in with the Ultra Select, trying to finish the job. Opponents making off with a couple of the tokens, but due to the low health we managed to take them out. Just need to try and regain control of the battlefield before we push forward to take them. No point running the suicide mission and just taking these tokens over to the other side. So opponents pushing to our side, take out the whole wave, pick up all of these tokens, and now the countdown's on. Got that healing bar to just give us that extra little bit of life, and now we just need to try and make a fight and retreat and the full wave taken out, and cheekily pushing forward, just grabbing that, making a show of the fact that I was dominating my side of the battlefield. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you soon.